deja vu blues, deja vu blues on you.
Laughing times, they spin around, echoes rising, familiar sound, nostalgia sweet, but it cuts both ways. Some memories here, some memories wait.
Deja vu blues.
I've seen this scene. Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past. I knew I'll move ahead with the deja vu blues. Old photographs and midnight sighs bring me laughter, bring me cries, but the road keeps calling. I can't stay. Gotta chase the dawn. Gotta find my way. Deja vu blues. I'm moving. Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past. I knew I'll move ahead with the deja vu blues.
she got was the meal ticket light.
I woke up slow, didn't move a mile, scrolled through the hours, lost in the pile. At the sunset glow, I asked myself, and did I stack my dreams or leave them on the shelf? A lazy day, fight back. Tomorrow I'll rise, push past the comfort, cut through the lies. It ain't a wasted fight. Learn what to do. Gotta fight through the lazy, make the future true. It felt like rest, but the time just slipped. A blank page story I almost ripped, but the grand design don't wait for me. And gotta light the spark and be who I should be. A lazy day, fight back. Tomorrow I'll rise, push past the comfort, cut through the lies. It ain't a wasted fight. Learn what to do. Gotta fight through the lazy, make the future true. Relax, rewind, but don't stay long. Rest is good, but the fight makes strong. Lazy day, fight back. Tomorrow I'll rise, push past the comfort, cut through the lies. It ain't a wasted fight. Learn what to do. Gotta fight through the lazy, make the future true. Highways stretching, endless sky, mile after mile, the days roll by. Lost in motion, chasing the pain, but my heart's still back where the children play. Gotta get back home, that's where I belong. To the love and the laughter, the roots so strong. A million miles away, but I still know every road I take's just a way back home. Hotels, strangers, neon lights, dreaming of
Welcome, my friends.
in the quiet.
It's about that time. We're going to jump into our program for tonight. It's a pleasure to be speaking to you again.
It's the same. Back to the family, back to the name. Gotta get back home, that's where I belong.
All right, speaking about home, now lots of you feel like this is home, and it rightfully is home for many of us, where we gather weekly and talk about the shenanigans in the world of AI and creativity. Thank you for joining me again today, my friends. Today we have a rather interesting topic, and we're going to be talking about the debate on AI art. Should it be banned? Should it be taxed? Or should it be rewarded?
Every road I take's just a way back home.
Music you're listening to is, of course, created using none other than our friend Suno. And this is a track that was created by, first of all, writing the lyrics and then writing the chordal structure and putting that into Suno. So unlike my usual way of creating, playing the keyboard directly in, I went a different route for this one. And in fact, most of these songs that you'll be hearing today are a little bit different. So if you do want to call in, feel free to do that. We have the phone line that has been open. All you need to do is just jump in there. You have to be a subscriber, so you should tell me that you're going to call in, and I'll take a look at your 3-digit area code, and I'll know it's you, and I'll let you in. Because as you probably already know, we have a lot of people who are not really AI fans, and we don't want any disruption, and that's why I'm kind of policing it somewhat. We'll listen to a few tracks before we jump into the actual debate for tonight. So let's jump in and listen to this one.
Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past. I knew I'll move ahead with the deja vu blues. Old photographs and midnight sighs bring me laughter, bring me cries, but the road keeps calling. I can't stay, gotta chase the dawn, gotta find my way. Deja vu blues are moving on. Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past. I knew I'll move ahead with a deja vu blue.
I call this one Deja Vu Blues. I think we've all been there, you know, when you are so nostalgic about stuff. It's almost sickening sometimes.
I'm moving on. Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past. I knew.
I want to give a shout out to Brother Gordon Beatology, who came through last week and did a really awesome interview. I'm wondering if anyone can step up to the plate today to come on air and talk about your music, talk about what you have done in the world of AI and music, and talk about your perspectives. That's why we're here today. Now, since we only have 30 minutes, I'm going to jump straight into the lesson that we have for today. And the lesson that we have for today is centered more on this debate, this big old debate, this debate right here. And the debate is, should AI art, AI music, should it be banned? Should it be taxed? Should it be somewhat tariffed? Can it be somewhat taxed and tariffed? Or should it be rewarded? I mean, it's either one or the other. It's either it's banned, it's taxed, some sort of penalty, or rewarded. Now, bear in mind, we're talking about the entire world. We're not just talking about one country. So my question to you is, what do you think? Do you think that this is even a feasible idea to remotely tax people for using AI for art and creativity, music? What about arts and craft? We don't even talk about that, right? But AI gives people arts and craft ideas and designs that they take away and they make something out of it. So if you have an opinion about this and you're one of our subscribers, I want you to call that number that you see there. And I want us to debate this topic. What are your thoughts concerning the world of AI? Is this something that we truly want to tax? Is this something that we even want to begin entertaining? Can it even be done? Let's have a discussion and a debate about that. But jumping straight in to the points that I have to share with you today, just to give you some context and food for thought. We're going to be talking about evaluating the feasibility and consequences of banning AI art, AI music, incentivizing human-created art, benefits and drawbacks. We're going to talk about the concept of policing AI art, because I know we've got the popo out there. They show up on this channel quite a lot, and they unload an earful, and then they run off. We've seen those people as well. So we're going to talk about that concept, right? Policing, the AI police. And then we're going to talk about taxing AI art. Is that even feasible? And the broader context, right? The societal importance of this debate. So jumping straight in, it's important that we evaluate the feasibility and consequences of banning AI art. Banning AI art is going to raise questions about how we can enforce that. And looking back at any historical lessons, we can probably glean if this is a good idea or not. So we're going to think about similar historical cases. There have been many attempts in the past, as you know, to ban technologies such as photography and digital music. Remember the story of Napster? Well, while Napster went away, digital music didn't, right? There lay the rise of Spotify and others, and Apple Music. Technological innovation tends to persist, no matter what you do, right? No matter the regulatory bans or prohibitions, it will be there. It might go underground, but it's going to be there. So I wonder what solutions the naysayers, the people who are saying, this is bad, this is stealing, it's not going to go away, guys. It's not. So we need to smell the coffee and ask the question, how can we live with this thing? What checks and balances need to be put in place? You see, if we ban AI art and music, there's going to be a potential for underground use and enforcement challenges. And the last thing I would like to see is for it to become ugly. It shouldn't, right? We are a mature species, I hope. Whether we like it or not, there's going to be underground activity. Banning AI art may push its creation and sharing into underground platforms. And you know what that means, right? It's going to complicate enforcement and things could get ugly quick. So the idea of banning AI art is already a lost cause, because we're not talking about global, even if we're in our limited thinking, just seeing our environment. It's not feasible. So There are further challenges monitoring and policing AI generated content online. It's complex. Now, I know that the Deezer boys, right? The Deezer boys, I know that they are looking into branding all AI generated music. But let's talk about the complexities in AI generated music because it's not as easy as it sounds. And what I mean by that is I could, for example, go into Suno. I could create my tracks. I could create like bass, drums, keys, synth, horns. Come on now. Those horns, they ain't cheap. They ain't cheap. You go hire a horn section for a day and report back. I mean, a really good one. So, what Suno has done, while people will complain that it's not fair, people wouldn't even create with horns. They just wouldn't even know where to begin, or they wouldn't even hire. Like when I hired my buddy to do horns for me for my second album, Inventors of Our Time, it was quite extensive. And this wasn't even like a 20 track album. This was just like 10 or 11 songs. But to score the horns, just trumpet, trombone, and sax, it was challenging, and yeah, it costs some money. So when you look at things like that, I could take the horns, I could insert them into my music, I could leave the vocals, I could put other vocals in there, I could swap out the drums. So what then constitutes AI created? So as Deezer is branding things as AI created, you're going to have some hybrids. I'm wondering are they able to detect the hybrids? Do the hybrids qualify as AI art or AI music? You get what I'm saying? And then you're going to come to the point where it is like 75% human, 25% AI. You're going to get to the point where the lyrics were written by a human, the melody was written by a human, the music, the chordal structures were composed by a human. So you get what I'm saying? So this could very quickly be a challenge. There's also the risk of overreach. Like strict enforcement could lead to unintended consequences, including overreach impacting legitimate expression, which is what I'm explaining here. What if someone just gets one little piece? Or are we going to begin qualifying? Well, if it's 50%, what qualifies as 50%? Is it the music? Is it the words? Is it the performance? Is it the vocals? Very recently, I demoed Audemy. That tool is something else. Extremely realistic. So if I take out the Suno vocals and replace it with Audemy, are you going to tell me you're going to like stamp everything that comes from any AI? You see, it could be very hard to police. And I do not think that is the way forward. Personally, I would love to debate it with anyone who cares to, but I don't see that as being sensible. Now, comparisons to digital music and piracy. You remember, like way back in the early 2000s, right? The digital music industry struggled. It was a struggle. It was like the whack-a-mole game, right? Because everyone, right, and their grandma were involved in this thing, right? Napster, right? Unauthorized distribution, impacting artists, revenues, and rights. And even way back, it would be like, oh, can you dub this album for me? And you get a record and hit the magic button and it's on tape. So all those things, we've struggled with widespread piracy, and we're just beginning to get into the ebbs and the flows, and people are counting their costs. And honestly, most musicians are counting the losses, because even if you streamed 1 million or 2 million or 3 million, it still doesn't amount to that much. Maybe a few, if over 10,000, 15,000, maybe something towards that. 20,000 maybe at best for 3 or 4 million views. And again, it depends. So streams are not it, and we've begun to accept that. But the music industry adapted by embracing streaming platforms and new licensing models, and people like me, we cut our losses. It's not in the streaming. That's not where it is. So we can learn lessons from digital music piracy. This can guide our AI art regulation. If there's a difference between piracy and regulation, like piracy is just flat out wrong, but when it comes to regulation, to regulate the use or the practice of something, that is possible. But again, on a global scale, this is going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge to regulate while at the same time encouraging technological innovation. Because I know that the USA is ahead of many other countries when it comes to this topic. Many other countries are not even remotely thinking about regulation of any kind. So I'm curious to know what you folks might think about all of this. Where do you see it ending? Where do you see it panning out? Do you see this leading somewhere? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Right? I guess we'll have to find out. Now let's talk about the possibility of incentivizing human-created art. Let's talk about benefits. Let's talk about drawbacks. Maybe there could be government and platform incentives for human-only art. Now, when we talk about platforms, I'm talking about streaming platforms. Do you see this as being a possibility? Just trying to think of the way forward. Maybe. So we're talking about financial incentives, the government providing grants, subsidies to support traditional human artists in evolving digital landscapes. Maybe the digital platforms themselves could offer exclusive promotion and marketing opportunities to human-only art and music creators. And maybe there could be some incentives aimed at preserving cultural heritage by exclusively supporting art created by humans rather than AI-generated pieces. And then you have musicians like me who are, one minute I could be just doing things with me and the piano alone, and the next minute I'm dabbling into a little bit of experimentation. Because it's okay to experiment. I don't think there's anything wrong in being a hybrid artist, having a little bit of artificial intelligence sometimes and having a little bit of just the real thing and nothing else. So I'm curious to know what you folks think about all of these musings, and if you could chat them in, that would be really great. I know some people might have gone to bed, definitely in Europe and on the East Coast for sure. So I understand those who might be fast asleep. But what do you think of these ideas, right? Let me know. There's a potential emergence for a two-tier art system, right? Market division risks. Incentives may cause a split between AI-generated and human-created art makers or art markets, and then you have people like me that do both. There's a stigma around AI art. AI art may face cultural stigma affecting acceptance and value compared to human-created work. Now, I can tell you straight up, YouTube, they've already accepted AI is here to stay. Very recently, I did a video on how to use YouTube's AI for both art, video, and music, not to mention other things. And it's quite fascinating. You know, their goal is to keep you on the system. And honestly, just the pleasure of playing with that alone, I know lots of people are getting pleasure, you know, from just playing with those tools because they're so fascinating. So when you look at platforms like YouTube, and others will follow, I don't think we are at the point where we are going to go back. I think it's the point of no return. Now, looking at collectors, most collectors tend to favor human-created art for its authenticity and its cultural significance, and that has been the trend in humanity, right? Like any art from Picasso or Rembrandt, you're talking about millions, hundreds of thousands, and millions. So we already know that cultural institutions emphasize preserving human-made art to maintain historical and artistic authenticity for future generations. And we already know that the market trend shift as buyers balance the value of AI generated art against traditional. So you could actually have photos these days being worth thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But way back in the day, the camera was looked at as a devil. But all of a sudden, humans turn around and look at it as, oh, it's art. So we got a long journey to go, I think, with this whole AI thing. Who knows how things could end up in generations to come. Now let's talk about the AI popo, the AI police. We see them everywhere. They're always judging. You see, this is the thing I cannot stand about the AI police. They are always judging and shooting cheap shots at people, and they always resort to personal insults because they cannot rationalize, or they refuse to rationalize or to have civil discourse. So they resort to insults, and that's not going to get us anywhere, right? I appreciate the viewpoint that we need to balance AI and humanity, but please come with some common sense, some EQ and IQ to these debates, especially those that just leave 4-letter words on the channel. Your comment will be deleted because I'm not going to tolerate all those horrible messages you leave for the community. They don't need to see that. So we already have people just leaving ridiculous messages as if we created AI, as if we're the government allowing AI. There's a reason why OpenAI is thriving. There's a reason why Claude and Gemini and all the other large language models are allowed. So don't come at us. If you have something to say, go say it to the government. Making it sound like we're breaking the law, it's so ridiculous. So the role of platforms in enforcement, platforms can require disclosure of restrict AI generated content to enforce guidelines, like who knows what's coming, on Spotify or any of the other platforms. We just have to wait and see. Platforms have to carefully balance enforcement actions with protecting users' freedom. Now, I want to make it very clear for those of you who are joining for the very first time and you're wondering about the entire dialogue. There's a lot of vitriol aimed at people who are using AI for music and art. Whether you're using Midjourney or Sora or any of the tools. What's the other one? Midjourney, Sora, even VO3. You are met with a lot of resistance, a lot of abuse. So that's why it's very, very strange. I know some of you may not have because you're not in the mainstream professional community. You're just enjoying AI in your home, in your bedroom. Like some people are just, using AI to create imagery, to create music that they like. They're not selling it. They're not competition in the marketplace. This is just for their mental health. And I've covered this on the channel. In fact, I have a video that shows AI has been amazing when it comes to dealing with mental health, dementia, and other ailments. The fact that you have artificial intelligence to provide an out or to provide solutions to people who are in those conditions, I think we need to cut AI some slack and stop that narrative of, well, AI is the devil. It's not if it's effectively used. It's not if it's effectively channeled. And if we don't get weird with it. You know what is the devil? When people get crazy and they start acting irrational. Can't even have a civil debate. Those are the things that annoy me, that get on my nerves with the AI police. And, I have nothing against not liking AI, not wanting it, but let's debate in a civil way, for goodness sake. What about automated detection systems? We see those in Deezer come in, but there's bound to be detection errors. Detection systems may fail to identify some AI-generated art. And honestly, I think we should just let everything just balance out. If people like it, they'll watch, they'll listen. If they don't like it, they'll tune out. It's that simple. There are also ethical considerations and impacts on artists. So it's going to impact people's livelihoods. It could limit artists' income and opportunities, threatening their economic stability. So that's a concern. Restrictions raise ethical issues by curbing artist freedom. So an artist who is genuinely dedicated to the profession, wanting to explore, and you say, no, you can't use that. I don't think that's fair, because you're limiting their creativity. And who are we to dictate what creativity is for someone else? Like some people, their freedom of expression, what they choose to wear, how they choose to wear it, it's almost wrong to try to enforce your viewpoint. I don't think you should create with AI. So if you do, you're a robber, you're a thief. It's very silly as well. It's very, very silly. So anyway, when it comes to fairness and transparency, ensuring fair and transparent policing methods, it's crucial to protect the artist's right and encourage experimentation. Now, the elephant in the room, taxing AI art. Well, you're creating with Midjourney. You got to pay some extra money. What about tariffs and fees? And this could happen. I can easily see how this could happen here now. But there are also global ramifications. How do you sell art outside of the country? Can you sell AI art in other places? These are all questions that are going to arise. Here are some proposals for AI-generated content tariffs. The purpose of tariffs is to compensate human artists impacted by AI-generated content and support cultural funding initiatives. And this sounds kind of unionized, doesn't it? So you would have to belong to some sort of union and identify as someone who's been impacted. And that can be argued on any level. And that's what introduces a complexity. What about the policy variability? Approaches and scope for tariffs on AI content would differ widely among policymakers and regions. We have a big challenge, the challenge of global policy alignment. We are many, many, many years away from this. I know the EU is probably able to gather and come to a decision quicker than many other coalitions, but countries in general have varying priorities and interests, making global policy agreement challenging. Regulatory differences will also exist, and regulations differ across nations. Even across states, we have biases and bends and trends. It's likely to be very difficult if this were even a thing. Varied enforcement strength across countries are going to hinder consistent application of this. There are some countries that are more into draconian rule, and they would dare not, you can imagine some of those countries, they would dare not even remotely use AI. They can barely use Google in some places, let alone. But anyway, enough said. Consequences for the international creative community. There's going to be an impact on creative production. If there's a taxation on AI, art may alter how and where creative works are produced. So if there's a tariff on AI created work, it could influence us, is what I'm saying. AI art taxes could affect investment flows and competitive dynamics in the global creative market. People will just move and go elsewhere where they can express themselves. And we don't want that. That could be very bad. Changes in AI art taxation may influence artists' access to markets and income potential worldwide. So, my friends, we will save the last piece of this discussion for a different week. But at this point, we are done talking about the world of AI. And I made it available to anyone who wanted to discuss. Let's see if we have anyone come into the chat. Did anyone come into the meeting room? I don't see nobody in the meeting room. I think everyone's gone to bed. Everyone's gone to sleep. Well, I want to say thank you very much, my friends, for joining today. I'm going to play a little bit of music before I jump off today.
But the grand design, don't wait for me. Gotta light the spark, be who I should be. Relax, rewind, but don't
time right now is actually 33 minutes past the hour, so we're 3 minutes over.
Make strong. Lazy day, fight back. Tomorrow I'll rise. Past the comfort. Cut through the lies. It ain't a waste. If I learn what to do, gotta fight through the lazy. Make the future true.
And times they spin around.
Echoes rising.
Familiar sound. Nostalgia sweet, but it cuts both ways. Some memories heal, some memories wait. Deja vu blues, I've seen this scene. Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's clean, but I won't get stuck in the past I knew. I'll move ahead, with the deja vu.
36 minutes past the hour, my friends. And it's about that time we're going to be jumping off the call. I hope to talk to you again next week. And hopefully we'll be able to shift our time eventually to something that is, I guess, a little bit more easy for people to attend. I know this time is rather challenging for our friends in Europe and our friends in the United States alike, and other parts of the world as well.
Old photographs
So we'll see what we can do.
in midnight sighs.
To modify things.
Bring me laughter, bring me cries, but the road keeps calling.
All right, I don't see any chats, so I'm just gonna say my thank you and my goodbye at this point.
Gotta chase the dawn,
For the rest of the night,
gotta find my way.
I'm gonna be rolling some of my new music. Feel free to keep listening to that. All right, my friends, I appreciate you. Thank you, all those of you who joined the channel. This week we got to 1,000, all because of you awesome people. I appreciate you. Keep the questions coming, keep the comments coming, and keep the energy up, okay? I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.
Highway stretching, endless sky, mile after mile the days roll by, lost in motion, chasing the pain, but my heart's still back where the children play. Gotta get back home, that's where I belong. To the love and the laughter, the roots so strong. Million miles away, but I still know every road I take's just a way back home. Hotel strangers, neon lights, dreaming of warmth in the quiet nights. Every mile's a story, but the end's the same. Back to the family, back to the name. No matter how far I roam, every heartbeat says go home. Gotta get back home, that's where I belong. To the love and the laughter, the roots so strong. Million miles away, but I still know every road I take's just a way back home. Gotta get back home. Every road's to you. Gotta get back home. Every road's to you. Get back home. He wore a smile, but it hid the grief. Every I love you just fed his need. Silver words and a golden face, but the truth was empty space. Played the game. Love was the math, for money the aim. She gave her heart, he sold her pride. All she got was the meal ticket line. You He promised dreams, but he cashed the pain. Turned a love to a cold campaign. Whisper sweet, but his eyes were stone. He was never hers, just the glory. Cuts deeper than any goodbye. And you see the love was just a lie. Cuts deeper than any goodbye. When you see the love was just a lie. Meal ticket lie. He played the game. Love was the mask, but money the aim. She gave her heart. He sold her pride. All she got was the meal ticket Truth cuts deeper than any goodbye. When you see the love was just a lie. Truth cuts deeper than any goodbye. When you see the love was just a lie.
Mirror shows me what I missed. Moments gone like smoke.